Hi guys, I'm Favor and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Honestly, it has been a while. It's been a long time coming and I'm just glad that I'm finally doing it. I'm glad that I've been able to prepare as best as I can to get to this stage. So I'm excited for the journey ahead because it's about to be quite the ride. So what really is this channel all about, to be honest? Like, what am I doing here? So my YouTube channel is basically going to focus on societal issues and Nigeria's issues because I'm a young Nigerian living in Lagos State, and to be frank, my country is going through a lot. Oh God, my country is going through a lot. And I know you might feel like, oh, lending your voice to Nigeria's issues or even societal issues generally might not do so much. But I've decided to get myself out of that funk and do my best. Play my part in lending my voice to these issues, educating as many people as possible, helping to prefer solutions so that we do not completely go into a hole. So that's what this channel is going to be focused on. And I want to get a little cringe, just a little cringe, and say thank you to my friends basically that have also gingered me to finally take this plunge because again it's been a long time coming. Like I've wanted this for a very long time, but so many things just weren't making sense. But I'm glad that I'm finally here, and it's due to the support that I've received from friends, from family. I was talking to my mom about this channel and what I wanted to do with it, and she was so happy for me. Like I started listing my topics and things like that. And she was like, "Yes, yes, in fact, it's important. It's important that you talk about these things because it is nah." My mom is I think my mom is my number one fan now at this point, and all my other friends. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you for basically gingering me up until this point. And I know again, like I said, it's going to be a journey and it's going to be worthwhile. So you are welcome to my channel. On this channel, we advocate for a better society and a better Nigeria, one video at a time. And we're jumping straight. Okay, we're not wasting time because the way things are going on, the way things are happening requires urgency. So we're not wasting any more time. The first topic that we'll be treating on this channel is this. Okay, if you can see my system through my glasses, just act like it's not there because my scripts are on there. So that's why I have it here. And that's why you can probably see it through my lens, which is annoying. So without further ado, let's treat the first topic. We have been programmed to seek out negativity. Now, when you hear something like this, you ask yourself the first obvious question: what is negativity? And honestly, I don't need to open a dictionary to define that. Negativity is this unneeded, unwanted, unhappy feeling that is invoked or caused by a person, an occurrence, an event, or a place. It's the opposite of positivity. Positivity is everything good, right? Positivity brings joy, it brings calm, it brings happiness, it brings peace. Positivity brings all the nice things. Negativity brings the opposite of all that. Negativity incites hate. Negativity brings violence. So that's just what that gives you an idea or a sense of what negativity really is. Now, for better understanding of this topic, I have broken it down into a couple talking points, a couple subheadings. So let's shoot the first one: the concept of good and evil. Since I've already said that negativity is everything that positivity is not, what is this concept of good and evil? So I believe that good and evil is like yin and yang, no smoke without fire, and things like that. They exist in harmony. There is no good without evil, and there is no evil without good. They both go hand in hand. When you think about, I don't know, this statue, is it a statue of equality? This thing where there is a balance, right? There is a balance and it's equal, it's at equal measure. And you start putting a book, and just take this analogy for what it is because I'm coming back to it later. So there's this balance and it's on equal measure, and then you put a book and it begins to tilt, and you add another book and it begins to tilt until it's something like this. It's slanted. Now one already kind of outweighs the other, right? Okay. So the balance at equal measure is negativity and positivity, good and evil. That's that balance. That's the concept of good and evil. They work hand in hand. It's almost like there cannot be good without evil, and there cannot be evil without good. Even an original thing has its counterfeit. Think about all the name brands that you can imagine: Dior, Gucci, Versace, Chanel, everything. Think about all of these name brands and think about the thousand dupes that are created yearly. Think about every collection that they released and how there have been dupes that have come up after them, right? At least I can speak for my own country when I say that there are so many dupes. Oh my lord, there are so many dupes of these name brands. So if an original product can have a counterfeit, that tells you that there is always a dark side to every positive thing. Now back to my analogy where I said you put a book, you stack a book there, and it tilts. You stack another book and it tilts, and you stack another book and it's like this. It's tilted. It's not balanced out anymore. So this begs the question: can we argue that evil is increasingly outweighing good? Can we argue that evil is gaining more prominence, or is it really not a big deal? Is it really not as serious as we are making it seem? Is it just magnified on social media? Is it really not a thing in the real world? Does good still perfectly balance out evil, and does evil still perfectly balance out good, or is evil gaining more traction in our time today? Because you might wonder why I'm focusing solely on evil, but negativity is indeed the child of evil. And in a way, we have been programmed to seek it out. We have been programmed to relish in it, even when, from a moral standpoint, we know that it is wrong. So, again, can we argue that evil is beginning to outweigh good? The psychology behind negativity and why negativity thrives. Now, is there really a psychology behind negativity? Is there an explanation as to why people enjoy being so negative all the damn time? And why do we let negativity thrive? Again, I'm going to be reading from my screen because this is where my script is out. Okay? So the world is inherently evil and it grows worse daily. I cannot even begin to talk about the brutal things committed against humanity in our time today. There are so many things happening all around the world that just shows you how depraved humanity has gotten. So, in a way, it will not hurt to say that we have let negativity thrive for so long. It will not hurt to say that there is a psychology behind it and that it is really a thing. It actually exists, right? We live in a society that is filled with chaos upon chaos, bad news after bad news. So, when you live in a society that is filled with chaos and bad news after bad news, you subconsciously feed into said negativity more. And this makes sense in a way because if your immediate environment is one where all you've experienced, your reality in said immediate environment is purely negative, you've never really had a day's worth of peace or joy or calm or something. It's just one chaotic thing after the other. You subconsciously find yourself drawn to that type of news. You subconsciously find yourself wanting to consume things in that direction. It's not always the case, but it happens most times. Most times. Right? Now, why does negativity thrive? Why do we let it thrive? We let it thrive because we actively seek it out. Again, like I said, it's understandable in the sense that sometimes if all you've been conditioned to see, to witness in your immediate environment is purely negative, you would be drawn to that negative thing. But it's not always the case because sometimes we have this healthy balance of the negatives and the positives, but somehow, some way, somewhere, we still find ourselves drawn to that negative thing because we are actively seeking it out. Now, you might not always want to agree, but ask yourself, Why does your heart race so much when you hear about a scandal that involves a celebrity in trouble? Like, why is another person's misfortune a source of entertainment for you? You find yourself smiling and your eyes are lit and you're excitedly scrolling through page after page and blog after blog looking for more information on the subject matter. For what exactly? Because ultimately, you gain nothing of value from consuming content like this, yet you pursue it with so much vigor, with so much excitedness. For what? Gossip? And the truth is, you might not always agree, but doing these things on a consistent basis has its psychological effects, and half the time, they're never anything good. Something I've been able to deduce from people that enjoy consuming gossip is that gossip is 80% negativity and 20% positivity. And while you can argue that I completely came up with those statistics, you cannot deny that a lot of blogs willingly report on the negative stuff because it rakes in so many views that eventually convert into profit, because this is the internet, and on the internet in this day and age you can earn a living. You can make money from YouTube, you can make money by running a blog, you can make money from so many things. So it makes sense that the thing that would drive so much engagement, which would eventually bring profit to these blogs, is what they will report on, which is the negative stuff, right? So the good stuff in the Nigerian climb rarely rakes in any views. You can report on me saying that, okay, I had a good day today. I woke up, I was thankful that I woke up to see another day. I had noodles and then I took a walk and I ate mangoes and life is good. And it's not going to do anything. In fact, I don't even think anybody will engage with that because it's not interesting enough. Even if it's from a popular public figure or a celebrity or an influencer, it's still not doing enough. Do you understand? It's not exciting enough in the Nigerian climb. So news like that barely rakes in any views. So as a Nigerian speaking based on my personal observations, the good stuff in the Nigerian climb that can rake in just as much views that a negative report will can be divided into three categories: weddings, the birth of a child, and the acquisition of material things. Those are the only three things that will rival the negative stuff in terms of engagement. So when blogs report on this good stuff, it always covers these three categories: weddings, the birth of a child, and the acquisition of material things. Weddings are avenues to show off the different cultures in Nigeria and what the Nigerian spirit is all about. In fact, to be honest, there is nothing like a Nigerian wedding. And I think that Nigerians have trended a lot for their celebrations because it's usually filled with so much pomp, so much energy, food. Oh, the food. It's filled with life. So Nigerians are known for celebrating big on events like that. Those are for the weddings. Children are for securing one's dynasty, expanding one's legacy, building a generation. And children are highly encouraged in this part of the world. In fact, it's encouraged for a person to procreate, to build a family, to build something. And that's why we'll get into this topic another time. But that's why when a woman expresses that she doesn't want to have children in this part of the world, whew, it's never good. It's never good. So children are for securing one's dynasty, and material things are basically the glue that holds the status symbol together. So just imagine a person that has all three, or imagine a person that stepped into the public space, that stepped into the limelight at a particular phase of their lives, and then slowly started ticking these milestones off their list. Maybe they became popular in music. Maybe they became musicians, or they became actors, actresses, or politicians, what have you, and they gained prominence from there and started ticking these major milestones off in a very public space. Because as public figures and celebrities, they don't really have that much privacy like that. There is so much that they cannot control in their lives because everything is magnified, it's put on blast for the world to see. So imagine a person coming into that limelight and then taking these things off their list. getting married, having children, and then increasing their wealth to secure their status symbol. Just imagine a person that has all three. They are usually worshipped. They are worshipped. News about them spread all the time, and people would eagerly talk about it. They would engage with it on the blogs. They will share it for people to see and hear. It's celebrated. It's a huge deal. That's it. So when we see, good things like that in these three categories, weddings, children, and the acquisition of material things, we see that these things gained a lot of engagement, on these blogs. Engagement that can rival the negative stuff. Despite the good stuff in the Nigerian climb, there is always that one person or group of people ready with their jar of the negativity spice to sprinkle all over the good stuff. You would see a blog that will report something, let's say a celebrity's wedding, for example, and I want to use one very, very popular example that happened recently. Davido and Chema got married, I think sometime last week. I will insert the date here because I can't remember. But Davido and Chema got married sometime last week. And I think literally a day or two after, Sharon Oja and her husband got married after. Now, Davido is a global superstar. Everybody knows Davido, or I think everybody knows Davido. Everybody loves Davido, or I think. And his wedding was long anticipated. So it was more than just Davido and Chioma. It was the entire Nigeria. Let me put it that way because people were so invested in that wedding. In fact, that wedding trended for days. For days, my God. But as beautiful as a wedding is, and as lovely as it is, like when you see someone getting married, you want to celebrate them. You're like, oh, happy married life. I wish you this and that and that and that. May your marriage last forever. You say a prayer or two for the couple. But in this situation, given Davido's history of infidelity and basically whoring around, there were people with their jar of the negativity spice on this happy day. There were people that were like, okay, you finally got married. Let's hope you stay faithful to her. Okay, Choma finally settled. Okay, this person did this and this person did that. And while there is a time and place for things like that, because yes, Davido truly um has his issues. He's not perfect. He has made multiple mistakes. He has stepped out on his relationship multiple times. I mean, the many baby mamas is an obvious testament. But I feel like on that day of his wedding, which was, basically a day of celebration, you could have just kept your mouth shut. Like, there was no need to say all of that. There was no need to bring bad vibes to it, I guess. And when Sharon Oja got married, like a day after or so, people started comparing. People were like, Davido's wedding has made people like Davido's wedding has made other weddings look like a joke. This one is looking like they're not even trying. And mind you, Sharon Oja's wedding was very beautiful. Like it was elegant to the core. And the crazy thing is, even Sharon Oja's wedding too had its own bout of negativity. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows because when she announced that she was engaged, she did not show her husband's face. She didn't disclose his face. She didn't disclose his identity. She showed nothing. She showed nothing. So when she had a traditional wedding, a day or two after Davido's own, she launched her husband. And trust my Nigerian people, Nigerians will dig. Oh my God, they digged and they digged and they dug and they dug and they found a lot. And uh, yeah, I guess you kind of know how that went. It didn't go so great. So even with the good stuff in the Nigerian climb ultimately gets corrupted. It ultimately gets stained with negativity. We've gotten to the stage where we openly and shamelessly desire sad events and misfortunes to befall someone out there so that we can get our regular high. Honestly, it's almost like we are actively waiting for someone's downfall. And I want to mention another celebrity, but I think I'll just zip it. I will just zip it. So we're actively always waiting to see a celebrity crash. crash and burn. A public figure, we want them to make a mistake so that we can say, aha, I said it. You're not perfect. You're not good. You're a bad person. Even in our regular people corner, when you bring this to everyday people, people that you see on the street, we find people that actively seek toxic romantic relationships because it is exciting, because the drama that you get from it brings the spice to the relationship. Whereas a stable, peaceful relationship is described as plain, boring, and doesn't keep you on your toes enough. But I have to ask, why does the spice, that spice and excitement that you seek in a relationship, why does it have to come from a place of negativity? Why do you have to draw it from that bad energy? Why can't you draw it from something good and positive? There are peaceful relationships out there that are just as exciting, just as spicy as what it is you're looking for. So why does it have to be from something so negative? And honestly, the answer is simple: attention seeking. Everybody has become so self-centered now. I will do another video on that. But everybody has become so self-centered to the point that negativity has been pushed to the front and people capitalize off of it. You can make a career and make money. Again, this is the digital age. You can make money from doing just about anything on this internet. So you can be a negative Nancy. You can be a flat out evil person and capitalize off of it and make a career out of it and make money from it on the internet. That is why people seek it. That is why people desire it in their relationships, because relationships are such a huge deal on the internet today. Everybody wants to know who this person is dating. Everybody kind of wants to know details about the person's relationship and what they are dealing with in their relationships and whatnot. And even the people that do not want to know still have to know because everybody just wants to share. Everybody is so ready to just put their business out on the internet like it's another Tuesday. So it's like, okay, no problem. Let our relationship be full of so much drama. Let it be that you are cheating on me or you are doing something crazy and I'm so worried all the damn time. I'm just thinking to myself, when is it going to change? Is it going to change? And while I'm thinking to myself, when is it going to change? Is it going to change? I'm telling a million people, I'm telling basically the entire world on the internet that this is what my boyfriend is doing to me. Oh, can you people see my life? Can you people see my life? See my life, see my life, see my life. And people are either sympathizing with you or giving you advice on what to do, telling you, girl, leave this relationship. But your man, you're like, if I should leave, what else would there be to talk about? What will I have to say? How will I make money? How will I bring viewers? How will I? How will I? How will I? You see where I'm going? Everybody is so self-centered now. Everybody wants to make something out of nothing on the internet, and the best way to do it most times is by bringing in the negative, because the negative attracts so much attention. In fact, with a large audience like that, they can rake in so much cash by selling something on behalf of some brands, which is influencer marketing, or selling their own products or services. So most times people even wish for bad things to happen to them so that they can trend and then make a whole career out of it. You see how that's problematic, because you can also trend from something positive. I don't know why people like to trend with negativity. It's like, what is shiny? They use and do you. Since people have been able to translate these occurrences and how lucrative it gets, they will do anything. And I mean anything to get the spotlight on themselves. And you guessed it, they choose to hop on the negativity train. All press is good press, they say. But this all press is good press notion doesn't help either, as it further pushes upon people the craze to make something of themselves no matter the consequences. In fact, people want to trend no matter the consequences. They don't care who gets hurt in the process as long as it benefits them. They don't care. So, what are my final thoughts really? To be honest, this is where intentional self awareness comes in choosing the kind of content we consume, at least for our sanity, because it helps bring balance. Again, like I said, in this world today, there is good and there is bad. And it feels like the bad is outweighing the good, but there is so much good out there, and we just need to be able to reorientate ourselves. We need to be able to take our attention off the negative stuff and focus more on the positive stuff, because that will really help us in the long run for our sanity at least. I promise you, consuming so much negative stuff does so much harm than good. It does something to your psyche. I don't know how to explain it, but have you ever felt overwhelmed with this endless scrolling, and each video that you click on or each tweet that you read is something bad? It's about something bad that happened, and by the time you drop your phone, you're just like, you're heavy. It's not worth it. It's not worth it doing that. So at least it's good. It's good to stay abreast of global events and happenings. It's good to keep yourself aware of the things happening. I mean, look at the issues happening in the Middle East. Look at the things happening in Congo. Look at the things happening in Sudan. Look at the things happening in Nigeria. My God. It's good to stay abreast of these things and educate yourself as the time goes. But we should also know when to stop. We should know when to claw back some sense of normalcy, because when you overload yourself with something like that, it gets into your subconscious. And like it or not, you slowly start getting this satisfaction from feeding off of it. It's like an addiction, you know? When you're addicted to something, you find that you cannot eat, you cannot sleep until you have had that thing. And it's the same with social media and the consumption of various types of news, especially the negative stuff. So know when to stop, know when to claw back your normalcy, indulge in the things that bring actual joy. And I know it feels like this is just lame advice, but indulge in it. What are the things you enjoy doing? My best friend, for example, loves anime. I do not care for anime, to be honest. I mean, I don't hate it. I think it's nice. I watch it sometimes. My best friend is so obsessed with anime and cartoons in general. And those are the things that make her happy. And when she feels down or when she feels like she's going through a difficult phase, she would tune off by watching anime or watching cartoons and things like that. And that makes her happy. Me, movies make me happy, music makes me happy, food makes me happy. So when I feel like I'm already overloading myself with too much, bad stuff, when I feel like, okay, there's just too much happening already, my way to unplug is by actually listening to music or watching a movie or eating food, because food is amazing. So indulge in the things that bring actual joy to you. Indulge in the things that are fun, the things that bring peace. Or don't even indulge in anything at all. In fact, it's best if you just don't indulge in anything, good or bad. You're just sitting, you're just chilling, you're on your own. It's fine too. That's fine too. You don't have to be doing something. You can be doing nothing, and that's fine too. So it's fine to feel normal. It's fine to be normal. So basically, just go outside and touch grass. That's all. That's my final thoughts. Go outside and touch grass instead of being on your phone all day, consuming one gossip or the other. I mean, if you're not watching movies on your phone or listening to music or just maybe chatting with your friends and you're just consuming all this gossip from all these gossip sites, then log off. Log off, go outside, touch grass, smell the grass, and be reacquainted with reality. So that will be all for today. Whew. I have to say, first of all, my back hurts. My back hurts like crazy because I've been sitting here for hours filming this video. So I'm filming on my phone and I don't have enough space. So my camera has been going off and my stand has been basically standing. My stand has been malfunctioning. My ring light too is a mess. I just realized when I was trying to set it up that something broke and I was just trying to make it work and it's like, oh Lord, it's frustrating. The thing is, if the footage seems a little wonky, I'm sorry, I apologize, because again, like I said, this is my setup, it gets as it be. But in the coming videos it will be better. So thank you for listening up until this point, for watching and engaging up until this point. If you liked what you heard, even though it was a little chaotic for me to film, if you liked it, if you gained something from it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because there is more where that came from. And the content will only get better as I go. Obviously, it's going to improve definitely. So give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe, share my channel link to people, let them also watch and subscribe as well, and just turn on your post notifications as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Bye.